Hi, my name is Jimmy Fernandez, and today I'm going to tell you about how you can use something called Boopsie to enhance your library's mobile services. First of all, Boopsie is a mobile solutions provider, and what they do is they deliver simple mobile applications. They're used a lot in industries such as libraries, universities, real estate firms, and trade shows. And their apps can be implemented with relatively quick speed, and they require minimum technical expertise, so they're favorable as far as labor and costs go. Their apps run on basically every major mobile operating system, which includes BlackBerry, iOS, so for the iPhone, and also for the iPad, Android, Windows Mobile, Palm, Java, Symbian. So some trends in mobile access lately have been affecting the market, and 35% of Americans ages 18 plus now own a smartphone. 87% of those smartphone users use their device to access email and the internet. 25% of smartphone owners go online primarily using their mobile device. So it can be deduced that by not providing efficient mobile access to services, you risk alienating about 10% of your user base, which is a significant amount. This is from research by the Pew Research Center. This body of research also found that urban and suburban residents are roughly twice as likely to own a smartphone as those living in rural areas, and 58% of Americans between 25 and 34 now own a smartphone, as do 49% of those ages 18 to 24. Most CUNY students fall into these categories, so this research is important when analyzing what kind of mobile services need to be provided to CUNY and whether or not this is a market that should be tapped into. As far as higher education goes, a Texas A&M University study on mobile library needs showed that students want mobile access. When they were asked if they'd like to view their library's website on their cell phone or mobile device, about half of the students said yes. 50% were unsure and 50% said no. And the same study found that the top 3 tasks students wanted to perform on their mobile devices, as far as libraries go, were searching the library catalog for books and articles, placing library materials on hold, and renewing checked out books. So some basic circulation functions. And this is a quote from Boopsie's website, basically stating that their patented or proprietary system integrates directly with an ILS database, and so it makes it easy to do things like that. Putting items on hold, renewing books and materials, and basically it shows that you can accomplish all 3 of these, top desired things using Boopsie. So some of the things that Boopsie can do in a library setting: it can find basic library information like hours, locations. It can utilize synchronous reference services, so Ask a Librarian you can see on the left-hand side. It can actually scan ISBNs with a phone on the camera on a phone, and it can check that with the library's holdings. It can search your library's catalog. You can also access e-resources on it, so for those e-resources that have a mobile platform, you can access them directly through this app. And it can do more, and new features are constantly being developed by the team there. So just to go over in more detail some of the things that you can do, you can download ebooks, which is a really nice feature. You can basically go right into that, find a listing of ebooks, and you can search your catalog directly. And then you can view more detailed information, and you can download the ebook directly to your device, and you can read it right on there, which is great for especially larger devices like iPad, which are becoming more common now. You can search the catalog, and the catalog search is directly integrated with your ILS, and that's through something that Boopsie actually has, that is their proprietary system. And when you search, the updates come in real time, which is great because it's kind of the dynamic searching that people are used to now with things like Google. And then you can view each library's holdings for the item, go into more detailed entries, and then you can do things like reserve the book, or if it's you can download it. The ISBN barcode searching or scanning is also a nifty feature. So using your camera, your phone's camera, you can scan any book barcode with your phone, and you can also enter the barcode in the bar if your camera's not working, or for devices that don't have cameras. And what it'll do is it'll bring up matches based on the ISBN, and you can then receive holding information and go do the whole host of things that the app offers. This is an example of the library locator feature. So you can get a listing of all the libraries in the system, and then you can get a rundown of basic library info like the address, the phone number, email, hours, and other details. And then through that, say you were to click address, you could then get a detailed Google map and you could find directions, or you could click hours, find the library's hours, or you could touch phone or touch email and you could directly send a email or make a phone call to the library. So CUNY libraries would benefit from something like this because it's their mission to provide a wide variety of collection services, technologies, and facilities. And particularly, I highlighted services and technologies because these are things that we're addressing with a tool like Boopsie. As far as the users go, CUNY is a large community. The system hosts 28 different libraries, and patrons may be interested in features like the GPS-aware locator so they can find a library they may not yet have been to. It's a busy university system. Circulation transactions exceed 4 million per year, and that's a statistic actually from the CUNY website. So self-service is, a wise choice, and it's expeditious, and it could really help out with those 4 million transactions. And something like Boopsie that can allow the user to do something for themselves, it really helps out the library as a whole. And of course, in New York, we're operating in a New York Minute. So everyone's pressed for time, students and staff alike, and synchronous services like Ask a Librarian that can be accessed on the go. They'll cater to a busy New York City student body that wants reference questions answered on the fly, and also to the cohort of librarians who answer, according to CUNY statistics, 500,000 reference questions annually. This is just an example of some libraries that are currently using Boopsie. You'll see we have University of Notre Dame and Brown, and also some foreign universities, as well as a host of public libraries. And there's actually over 200 public and academic libraries currently using Boopsie. So as you can see, this is a tool that is useful in general and also can be useful to CUNY libraries. I hope you enjoyed the presentation. Once again, my name is Jimmy Fernandez, and please feel free to contact me with any questions or comments. My email is jimmyjfernandez@gmail.com.